Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Last Week in Gaming, my final episode of 2018, meaning, don't worry, I'll be back in January with more news once the holidays have passed. The plan is to take a break and spend the entire time trying to get through my atrociously long backlog of games. Oof. I might just end up playing a ton of Smash and call it a year. Anyway, there's surprisingly a lot of news left to cover, so let's hop right in and see what's cooking. Spider-Man, we want the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Well, Insomniac Games has heard your holiday wishes and dropped the 2002 Spider-Man movie suit down the chimney and directly into the PlayStation 4 exclusive, though I probably didn't have to tell you this because your Spidey senses were already tingling. I knew it. It's free too, so nothing's stopping you from being your best Tobey Maguire Spidey. Get it while it's still hot. Who knew there was so much love for that Spider-Man of all of them? Anyways, Zero was apparently too much of a hero in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Eurogamer reports that developer Treyarch has hacked away at the specialist's hacking abilities, so in the immortal words of Diva, the team has indeed nerfed this. Treyarch stated on the Black Ops 4 subreddit, "As with all new features in Black Ops 4, we've been paying close attention to how Zero plays into the overall multiplayer experience and have tuned some of her abilities accordingly. Keep in mind, though, this means you won't have an excuse when dying to Zero going forward. Damn it." Question: what's the opposite of Wii U? Answer: the Switch. That's because Nintendo has announced the hybrid console is the fastest selling system for this generation, meaning compared to Xbox One and PlayStation 4 for the first 21 months, so far Nintendo has sold over 8.7 million Switch systems in the United States alone. Undoubtedly, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has lent a helping master hand for Switch console sales. You see, Nintendo also unveiled the new Smash has sold over 3 million copies in the US. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a lot. I'd be curious to know what % of people accidentally fall off the stage in Smash. Obviously, I never have. Let's stick with Smash for 1 minute here. Charles Martinet, the man behind It's Me, Mario, set a Guinness World Record with his contribution to the game. Guinness says that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate marks the 100th time that Martinet has voiced everybody's favorite plumber. I think there's only one way to sum that super impressive feat up. Mamma mia! Mamma mia! That's better. Copies of Kingdom Hearts 3 are already out in the wild somehow, so be careful, fans, for spoilers. It's unfortunate, and Square Enix is aware of the situation. The game's director, Tetsuya Nomura, posted a statement on the Kingdom Hearts Twitter account saying, "We're aware that a small portion of Kingdom Hearts 3 has been circulating online before its official release. We also are aware as to how this all happened. We're sorry to see this cause concern amongst our fans who are excited for the release." If you don't remember, Kingdom Hearts 3 launches January 29th, so we still have over a month to go. That's a long time to avoid spoilers, undoubtedly. But Nomura added that, quote, "The game's epilogue and secret movie, which are the biggest spoilers in this game, are planned to be released at a later date just in case, so they will not be shown before the game's release." All in all, pretty well handled. And that's what's been happening this week. So now I want to take a quick look back at the entire year for this episode. Just this episode, just as a cool little wrap up before we enter the new year. I sometimes like to do that sort of thing. So with that said, let's go over some of the biggest games, moments, trends, events, and more of 2018, because some pretty cool things happened in case you forgot. Build battles, chug jugs, rifts, grapplers, Drake, Ninja, Jonesy, victory royales. This all might have sounded like nonsense over a year and a half ago, but these terms and people, and most importantly Fortnite itself, basically defined gaming in 2018. The free-to-play battle royale game can be found on almost every device these days and has over 200 freaking million players. I bet that equates to a lot of default dances, and honestly, Fortnite doesn't seem to really be slowing that much down. Season 7 is in full swing, which introduced planes and a snow biome. Ninja just appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and there are new lawsuits against the game for selling specific dances, like Fresh Prince actor Alfonso Ribeiro suing Epic for a Carlton dance called Fresh in the game. Needless to say, Fortnite dominated this year and could make a big dent in 2019 as well. I'd say that's a pretty safe prediction to make. Sony showed some serious first-party muscle this year. I mean, it's hard to top the PS4 exclusive duo of God of War and Marvel's Spider-Man. Plus, there was also the Shadow of the Colossus remake, Detroit Become Human, and adorable Astrobot Rescue Mission for PlayStation VR. Now, we know next year could possibly be just as rad, especially if Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2 arrive. But that said, E3 is going to feel a lot weirder in 2019 because remember, Sony will be skipping the annual gaming event, so be sure to pour one out during your New Year's party for that. I'm sure Sony will appreciate it. Meanwhile, Microsoft, well, struggled quite a bit this year with Xbox exclusives. I mean, that's not to dismiss Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, or Forza Horizon 4, but that trio just didn't pack the same punch as Sony's lineup or Nintendo's combo of Pokemon and Smash. Obviously, Microsoft is aware because the company went on a studio buying spree this year with developers like Forza Horizon Team Playground Games, Hellblade Team Ninja Theory, and Fallout New Vegas Team Obsidian joining the Xbox stable. That means the future looks bright green, especially with most console games looking best these days on Xbox One X. It's just the truth. It's a fact. Star Wars Battlefront 2 might have released in 2017, but the loot box fallout from that game, and many more, of course, is still playing out. In fact, governments are even investigating loot boxes, including the US Federal Trade Commission, though who knows if any laws or verdicts will be reached, as some people describe loot boxes as a type of gambling aimed at kids, and then others like the ESRB president equate them to baseball cards. You know, there's probably only one way to figure out what will happen. We'll just have to buy a loot box and hope we get the drop that answers this whole predicament. Super easy. The Game Awards was full of awards, duh, along with cool game reveals like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and Mortal Kombat 11, but it also delivered basically the Triforce in real life. We got to see the heads of the big three, Sony's Sean Layden, Microsoft's Phil Spencer, and Nintendo's Reggie Fils-Aimé, share a stage and celebrate gaming together. It was magical. This is what it's all about, folks. Forget the fights about a piece of plastic and let's just enjoy the games. One particular game that most of us want to enjoy is Death Stranding from Hideo Kojima, but sadly this year didn't bring us a release date, though we did get a ton more footage. That tonal removal clip is still the worst and seared in my brain. Anyway, let's cross our fingers and toes that Death Stranding comes out sooner than later, though I'm not holding my breath for it to release before 2020, so. Speaking of games, 2018 definitely brought the goods even without Death Stranding, so I'm going to break down some of my favorites for you, and make sure to check them out if you haven't already. God of War goes without saying. It won a ton of Game of the Year accolades, so yeah, it's up there. Red Dead Redemption 2, a masterpiece that I always want to revisit any chance I get. Celeste, captivating in every way. Dead Cells, you'll lose yourself in the gameplay and music, and it will just blow your mind. SpiderMan on PlayStation 4, I could not put it down from the moment I touched the dang controller to play. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, my nostalgia senses are tingling and tingled? Yeah, that works. Detroit Become Human plays like a really good sci-fi movie. It's definitely worth a check out. Black Ops 4 helped me rediscover my love for competitive play, and Blackout is just so good. Far Cry 5, another great villain and story. Somehow, I just don't know how Ubisoft does it every time, but they nailed it. Monster Hunter World, what can I say? I'm a sucker for dinosaurs and games that let me play a badass hero. So yeah, totally down for that game, played a ton of it. And you know, I'd love to know what games you guys love this year, because I don't want it to all be about my favorites. So definitely leave a comment below with your favorite picks so that I can read them and comment and all that jazz. Anyways, guys, that's it for 2018. Thank you all so much for tuning in every week. Oh my gosh, even chatting before the premiere of the episode every week has been such a blast for me. I hope this show was all that you hoped it would be. I'm super proud of it, and it would be 1000% not possible without you guys, so thank you times a million. I've had a blast. Now, I'll be back next year with more Elwig episodes, so keep a lookout for when Elwig will return, but it will definitely happen in January at some point. I can't wait to get back to delivering gaming news again, but it's time for holiday break. I wish you all a wonderful and magical holiday and a happy new year. I'll see you in 2019. Bye, guys.